what we're going to do is we have about 40 minutes. We're going to run through a quick little presentation. There's not a ton of time. The point of the session is to make sure that all students here that are first quarter students in College Success are aware of all of the different resources available to you. Some of these were introduced to you during the new student orientation process, but I always give the analogy, during new student orientation, it's like trying to drink from a fire hydrant. We give you so much information all at the beginning, it's hard for some of that to absorb. So we're going to try to give it to you in a little more easily digestible stance here during this session that we're going to be providing as part of your College Success class. And each different area is going to have about 3 or 4 minutes to present. Again, if you have questions, feel free to type those questions in the chat. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff based off the web via email. So again, we're here to basically make sure that all students are aware of the resources you have available to you. And again, we have questions in the chat. So again, make sure you're just using those. We have the first person that's going to go, we have behavioral health followed by disability resources. So I'm going to turn off mute myself and then let the behavioral health team take it away.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for inviting us to this, Anthony. My name is McKinney Somerville.
And my name is Sarah Hoagland.
And we are the behavioral health team here at Renton Technical College. Can everybody see the screen? Okay. So we provide short-term counseling to current students. So as long as you're enrolled in a quarter, then you are eligible for services. So you do not have to have a diagnosis. You don't have to have a mental health issue in order to see us. You just have to have the desire to want to talk to somebody. So we provide, as I said, short-term and also confidential counseling.
And what that means, confidential means that if you are coming to see us, whatever we talk about in session is not shared with anybody else on campus. It's just between you and I. And when I say when you come to see us, I mean virtually because we're not on campus, but everything that you tell us is private and we don't share it with anyone else. And I really think that's important for everybody to know is that whatever you talk to us about is private.
Right. There are a few ways to contact us, but the fastest way is if you're seeking services to click on fill out form. And that goes to a relatively short survey where you talk a little bit about, you answer questions about, you know, what your mood is like, has eating changed, has sleeping changed, would you like to have an appointment with us? If you mark no, we're not going to contact you. If you mark yes, we'll contact you within 24 hours. The other thing is there are certain parameters, so we can work with you if you're experiencing, you know, testing anxiety, depression, you want to work on some coping skills, you want to get a routine going so your study habits are better. We cannot work with you though, for example, if you are threatening to harm somebody. So in that case, we would just call 911 or refer you to campus safety if you did come to us. However, if you are thinking of hurting yourself or hurting somebody else, like you're just thinking about it, we can work with you right away. And the last piece is Title IX. So if there's an instance of harassment or sexual abuse, sexual assault, you do have the option of talking about this with confidentiality. So if you talk to a teacher about it, just understand that the instructor or the staff member does have to report this to the Title IX coordinator. But if you talk to a counselor to Sarah and I, it's confidential, so we don't have to report this to anyone. So you do have the option.
So basically, we are here to help you with whatever you need. Just let us know. It could be one session, it could be a couple sessions, it could be helping you find something, some other resource that you need. But we're here to help you. And also, I want us to mention too the social media we have. So I'm going to let McKinney, since she's worked so hard on that.
So we do have a few options. If you wanted to check us out, you can go to our YouTube page, We have a few videos on coping skills. We have a longer introduction. We have a shorter introduction. So there are a few different options if you wanted to just get a quick idea of what working with us might be like, or if you were interested in us visiting your classroom, you could tell your instructor, hey, I want to see a presentation on a certain coping skill. We can come do that as well. We also have,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
I think our time is almost done. So we'll put our links in the chat. And if you want to message us privately, we'll be in this meeting the whole time. Or if you want to email us, behavioral health is our website, and we will have that available for you. Otherwise, we hope to see you in maybe one of our midday breaks in our Zoom session.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, behavioral health team. Next up, we have our Disability Resource Services Manager, Jake. So Jake, take it away.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, let me get my screen shared. And hopefully we can all see the presentation. All right, so I am the Director of Disability Resource Services. My name is Jake Swanke. So I just have a couple slides I'm gonna go through pretty quickly with my time.
Jake. Not seeing it.
Oh, you're not seeing it? Okay, thank you, Liz. Well, I don't want to spend too much time going trying to fix this. So I will just give people the rundown about my office, and then I will make sure that everybody has my contact information at the end. Disability Resource Services is the office on campus that provides accommodations to students with disabilities and health conditions. Accommodations are designed to give a student with a disability equal access to their learning and to the campus environment. And then DRS can also refer students to resources on and off campus for students with disabilities. So you may be wondering, there are a lot of terms in there that I want to kind of explain a little bit, such as what is a disability? So a disability is a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. So essentially, if you are experiencing some kind of a diagnosis or health condition that is creating a significant barrier or challenge to your learning, to sleeping, reading, processing, that is very likely a disability that can then be accommodated here on campus. The other thing that I think is important to explain is that disabilities can be permanent or temporary. So a permanent disability would be something like a learning disability. Many mental health conditions are permanent. An example of a temporary disability might be if you were to slip and break your dominant arm and you can't write, for example. That would be considered a temporary disability that could also be valid for accommodations. And then even if your disability itself doesn't have a direct impact on your learning, if you're undergoing treatment or you're taking medications that may have side effects, that is something that we can also accommodate for if the side effects of that treatment or medication is creating some kind of significant barrier to your learning or to campus access. When you need accommodations or services from Disability Resource Services, you as a student do have the responsibility to self-identify. So you let either contact me or my office directly. You can let a staff member at RTC know and they can refer you to my office as well. Once connected with my office, we're gonna meet one-on-one so that I can really chat with you to figure out what services you need, the kind of barriers you're experiencing, to then create an accommodation plan that is really the best fit for you. And the accommodations are based on the specific barriers that that student is experiencing. So there's no one-size-fits-all accommodation plan. We really want to customize it and fit it to you individually. And then on a quarterly basis, those accommodations are notified out to faculty and instructors here on campus, so they know how to implement those accommodations in the classroom. And so you may be wondering, well, what is an accommodation? So a few examples of accommodations that can address a number of different barriers that a student may be experiencing. If you have a barrier to reading, maybe you need your textbooks in an alternate format, such as digital, so that software can read it to you. Maybe you need a little extra time on exams or to be able to take tests in a separate environment due to distraction or need for more processing time. Extended deadlines for assignments, being able to make audio recordings of lectures or getting copies of materials that are presented in classes. These are all some examples of some of the most common accommodations that we put into place here in order to give students access. And so how do you know if you should be in touch? If you know for sure that you have a disability or health condition that is affecting you, that's definitely a time to get in touch with DRS. If you used accommodations before, such as you had an IEP or 504 plan in K through 12, or you're at another college and you had accommodations there, if you're experiencing symptoms of a health condition, or if you're just interested in services and but you're not sure if you qualify, get in touch with DRS and we can chat more about that and figure out if you're eligible and if so, what you're eligible for. And then I will share my contact information in the chat so that everybody knows how to get in touch with me, including email, phone number, and some drop-in information for on campus and when we're back there, and then how to get in touch with me for drop-ins on Zoom. All right, thank you.
Appreciate it, Jake. We did share a couple of your contacts, so we had the phone number, email. We'll also kind of show at a later session how to navigate to your website. And then we also had one student that had a question for you in the chat. Maybe you want to private message that student back as we get ready for the next person to present, which is the LRCC and Career Services. So Ty, I'm going to make sure that you have screen share capabilities in case you'd like to screen share. And Ty, you're up.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ty Somerville. I am the Director of the Learning Resource and Career Center, otherwise known as LRCC. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, awesome sauce. So this is a basic rundown of what we do here at the LRCC. Currently, we are closed to in-person operations, but we are open via Zoom and for very limited services. As I scroll down, some of those services you will see is career services, academic tutoring, and e-tutoring. We print student ID cards. We give students access to printing documents that they may need for academic purposes. We have something called CHIPS, which offers free computer help and repair of basic things, and I'll go through that. We lend out calculators and other tools you might need in your class, depending on what those are. We have our pantry, which we give out food. Those things say Tuesdays and Thursdays only, but we're going to update the website because this week we're going to be going Monday through Thursday. So when we're open, they'll be open. And we have a connection with the United Way of King County. It's a benefits hub program. So career services is what it sounds like. We'll be here to offer resume help, interview help, internships of that nature. Anything you would need to get a job or career, we have a team here that will help you do so. So contact us through your instructor or on your own at the websites that are provided. CHIPS, otherwise known as our Computer Help and Information Protection Support Team. Those are people that will help you if you're having some hardware or software issues. All of these services are offered via Zoom. So if you're having some hardware issues, you can talk to someone. They may be able to diagnose your issue depending on how basic it might be. If you need to kind of make your computer go better, download some stuff, they can kind of walk you through that process. Our pantry, our food pantry is here. We give away non-perishable foods for students. All you have to do is be a student, come to the entrance of Building C, select those items that we have, and we'll get those items to you. If you want to donate items as well, non-perishable items, and even things like diapers, baby wipes, baby milk, cosmetic, hygiene items, you can do so. If you need those items, you can also come here and grab those items. The biggest thing that we do is tutoring. We tell all students any subject that you are having an issue with, please contact us. The sooner the better. We can set you up with a tutor via Zoom that can help you in that subject, whether it's accounting, basic math. The only things we can't help with are things like welding. Like we can't tutor you in welding and things like that, or phlebotomy, like you're not gonna be practicing on us in the LRCC. But if you need help with kind of interpreting some of the documents or reading some of the things, we can help you with that stuff. We also have 24/7 online e-tutoring available. And that's the link right there. You'll see that those maroon red links, click on those links and it'll take you to the email address of folks that you can schedule some appointments with. One of our other things you'll see is the United Way of King County. So we've linked up with them and they're gonna help you with financial coaching, how to pay for college, housing support, all kind of things you would need outside of LRCC, emergency funds, all of that good stuff. So it's like a wraparound, what they call wraparound service, if you will. The biggest thing that I want to let folks know is that we at the LRCC also have a technology assistance program where we are lending out laptops, Chromebooks for students in need. So if you need one of those, we'll have a Qualtrics survey that I'll send out. I'll put on in the chat box. Fill out that survey. You'll get an email from me telling me to come Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. to pick up your Chromebook, your hotspot. We don't have any right now, but we're getting more next week. Chromebooks, hotspots, headphones, mice, computer mice, not the real mice, anything you might need for that, calculators, and all that good stuff, okay? I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. till about 4 p.m. Also on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you go to the Zoom lobby, you can click on that link and I'll be available for one-on-ones for anybody who may have questions for me. Anthony put our information in the chat box. Please, if you have any questions, please email us, contact me, and we'll be able to help you out as best we can.
I appreciate it, Ty. Thank you, sir. There was one question about ID cards. If you want to just address that in the chat as we grab our next presenter, we're going to have library, and then after library, we have student leadership coming. So library, you're up next.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jess Koshi-Lum. I'm the Associate Dean of the library. Just want to say welcome to RTC. We're really, really happy that you're here. As for the library, we have a robust collection from everything from aerospace to psychology. We have ebooks, articles, and a lot of physical books that you can borrow for free. Another thing that we have that would be really useful for you, if you're having issues with textbooks, maybe those are textbooks for this quarter are a little expensive, come and talk to us. We have a textbook collection. A lot of the textbook collection is funded by our Associated Student Government. So we can get those textbooks into our library so you can borrow it for a limited period of time. Like the LRCC, we are physically closed, but we do have some limited curbside pickup services. I would just have to send you a form so you can fill it out, and then we can tell you when to pick up your books and how to reach us. Another thing that we have a lot of faculty librarians to help you with your research or your citations. So if you're writing a paper and you're not too sure what kind of resource to incorporate into your paper, come and talk to us. We have a lot of librarians who go gaga over research, and we'd be happy to help you out with that. An easy way to book us is through our librarian at rtc.edu email. Just tell us what your assignment is about, and then we can schedule an appointment through Zoom or for phone, and then we can help you find some good resources for your paper. Another thing that we have is our 24/7 Librarian Chat. So if you have a good idea at 2 a.m., sometimes your mind is working, you've gotten the juices flowing, and you're like, okay, I have this idea for my paper, but I don't know how to get those resources. We have a 24/7 librarian chat where you can talk to a librarian, maybe somebody from our team, maybe somebody from New York City, who can help you out and find those resources and get you where you have to be. The last thing I'd like to mention is that we have recurring workshops. So every Tuesday, 1 to 2 through Zoom, we have a workshop on a different topic. So this week we have a workshop from 1 to 2 today on welcoming new students. So what do you have to know to be successful in terms of knowing what kinds of library resources are out there? I can send you the Zoom link if you'd like in a little bit, but that's basically it. We welcome you to contact us. We always like to be able to chat with you about your research projects and to be able to help you find your books and other materials that you need for your classes. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Jessica. We'll get Jessica in the in the library, the other L word, their library contact information up in the chat as well. As we do that, we're going to go ahead and kick it over to student leadership, who's presenting next. After student leadership, it will be the emergency resource page.
Okay, welcome to everybody. And my name is Michelle Aiko Gohawks. I am the student leadership program manager at RTC, and please do not go to the website for information on us because it is 5 years old and I'm working on getting that taken care of. I'm working very hard to get that taken care of so you have up-to-date information. And what I want to do is I'm just going to turn it over to our student representative that is here. She has served on the executive board for students. She has been a senator, and she has done like everything you can imagine for student leadership. So I'm going to turn it over to Maylin.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Maylin. You guys can't see me, but I'm just here. I have been part of the student leadership executive team for about, I'm gonna say 3 years, almost 4. And throughout the years, I've actually learned a lot. As Jessica was talking about, we do fund the Textbooks Access Program, and this gives the opportunity for students that cannot afford a textbook for a course or for a program to have the availability to in the library. We would purchase a book and we would give it to the library, and the student would be able to check it out for a few days. We also do plan some events. They are very fun, but due to COVID, we really can't do that now. Some of the events we would plan is the Welcome Back barbecue. It's just something very fun that we would do in the beginning of the fall quarter. We would also celebrate Halloween, just do a little party, some free food for the students to come join us, a costume. I think it was like a contest, a costume contest, and that was very fun. Other than that, we do celebrate Chinese Lunar New Year, and we would just bring in some entertainment, and the students would really enjoy it. And one of like the last events that we would do is the Spring Unity Festival, and that one was our biggest event. We would just bring in bouncy houses and just a lot of really cool fun entertainment stuff for students, and of course food. We are also part of the Senate meetings. We do run them, and this is the opportunity for students to come and approve any budgets, especially when it comes to clubs. We also, through Senate, we get clubs approved, and this can be from any program that you are wanting to just create a club. I did the medical assistant club last year, and we just got funding as well for any of like any studying sessions that we needed. Also, we had coffee clubs. We also do a planning for our budget every year, and this year, you know, because of everything, it's a little different, but we did have to plan our budget, and we do give it to the Board of Trustees to see if they can approve. But before getting to the budget, the Board of Trustees, we bring it to senators so they know how we are spending the money and if they have anything that we would want to change. And yeah, I don't know anything else. Michelle?
No, that sounds good. I put my contact information. If you are interested at all in serving in a capacity of a student leader, please feel free to email me and I will get back with you and we'll set something up.
Perfect. Thank you all for sharing. We have next on the agenda, we have emergency, so Krista, and then after emergency resources, we have the veteran services.
Great. Let me unmute myself. Oops, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the orientation this morning and making this connection. I think the most important thing that you need to know from us is that we are here to assist you. And it's important to ask questions and ask for assistance. So Anthony wanted us to come on to talk about emergency resources. We have a team, first of all, in workforce education that is awesome as far as looking at if you actually need assistance for tuition or books or whatever. We're going to talk about emergency resources through Canvas, and we're going to touch in on worker retraining as well. But in your Canvas, if you open up Canvas and you go to the help button on the left, it will take you to a group of classes. Thanks for navigating, Anthony. When you click on the help button, it will show you a group of classes, and one of those is called emergency resources. You can see it right there. We are putting in announcements about anything that you might need. Most of the students that we're working with right now have lost a job. The worker retraining team can respond to you, and we'll take a look at how to get in touch with me in a minute, but we are looking at everything that you might need on this page, anything that might come up for you that is stressing you out. We really want to support you in staying in school. And so if you need help with English, if you need food today, if you need bus passes, if you're planning on moving, there's help. If you've lost your wages because of COVID, if you have need help with childcare, anything that you might need, we're trying to gather all these resources, and we put them in at the top of this page. You put them in announcements, everything that's new, but then there's pages here that can help you. Sorry, Anthony, I'm hopping all around, aren't I? There's pages that we put together more information. So for example, if you've lost your job or lost income, we can help you with that, and you can reach out to us about that. So in the Lost Your Job page, one of the things we want you to do is, if you haven't already applied for unemployment, and most people have, some of our students haven't heard back, let's look at a workaround. And let's talk about money for a second. If you've applied for financial aid, you've put in your FAFSA form, and that hasn't processed yet, I think it's important for you to know that at any college that you go to, that process is going to take 6 to 8 weeks. Our staff is absolutely fantastic at the college. And so what I want you to do is I want you to get in touch with me about what's happening in your situation. And we're going to take a look at our team and what our worker retraining team can do to help. So we can let that process continue with financial aid while we support you with other resources. If you're looking for a job, there's resources there. The Learning Resource Center has resources. We also have food resources, like for example, Food Lifeline. You can actually drive up to our campus, like Ty was talking about, and ask for some of the menu items. They'll shop for you and put them in your car. Food Lifeline does that also in different parts of the King County. Childcare resources. We're highlighting some of the people that you've already heard speak today. The LRCC behavioral health team is awesome. Housing resources. So right now in King County, there's a program that we can connect you to through the United Way Hub. So all of us on campus are connected. If you're looking for help with your rent, we can help you navigate that. And I'm part of it, such a great team. Anthony, do you have the flyer for the Monday Zoom meeting for us? If you don't, I'll just talk about it real quick. So on Mondays, many of you are going to be in class at 10 o'clock, but we have a plan B. 10 o'clock on Monday morning, we have a worker retraining Zoom meeting. And you can enter that, you can call in, or you can get in touch with me afterwards, and we can talk together about your plan and what it is that you need financially. This is our worker information orientation session. That happens every Monday at 10 to 11. You can hop in for a little bit and listen. It's wonderful because the staff look at all the different ways you can pay for college. So I think what I want you to remember about me today, and then I'm gonna turn it over to the next person, is I'll look for resources for you with our team. Taqwa Mohamud is awesome. These are some of the resources you can find on the emergency resources site. And also our team is here to support you. So thanks for letting me say hello, Anthony, and welcome to RTC. We're here to help support you out.
And I went ahead and I linked Krista's contact information in the page there. So if you have any questions, it's there. One more thing I want to go over to get to the page. She showed you how to get to it in Canvas. There's one other way. If you go to the new student orientation webpage, which is rtc.edu/orientation, great page to bookmark, has a ton of information, but also talks about COVID resource. And here's a link to the emergency resource page right there as well. So multiple ways to kind of get to these different pages. Up next, we have veterans, followed by testing, and then workforce funding.
All right. So good morning, everyone. To the students that are returning, welcome back. To the new students, thank you for choosing RTC, as everyone highlighted here. We're here to support you, and we do that in a variety of different ways. My name is Wade Parrott, and I am the Veterans Manager here. And what I've done is gone ahead and just left a link to our webpage in the chat, as well as my contact information if you have any specific questions. I'll quickly go over our services, and then again, if you want to contact me, feel free to email or give me a call, or we can set up a Zoom consultation as well. But we help servicemen and women, connected servicemen and women who are transitioning from the military into civilian life with utilizing their veterans benefits. There's a variety of different benefits that I won't go over right now, but we can help you depending upon what your benefit type is, depending upon what branch of the service that you were in, with picking a program. So initially picking a program and then utilizing those veterans benefits to pay for your program. alongside our certifying official, Margot Azuzu. So think of me as a person who kind of helps you with the entry advising piece, getting your benefits set up, and then Margot on the back end officially certifies students to utilize their benefits. There's a variety of different scenarios. So a student may not necessarily have served. They may be using their parents' benefits. You may be married to someone who served as well and may be utilizing their benefits. And we can walk you through the process of what that looks like and how to apply. We also help students who are transitioning from other schools transfer their benefits, or excuse me, transfer their credits over. So if you have credits from another institution, if you have military transcripts, also known as joint service transcripts, we can help you access those, figure out which of those meet the requirements for our program, and essentially how to accelerate your degree plan as well. We also help out with veterans-related payments. So if you have VA-related debts from another school, if you are dealing with the VA-related debt, we can help you navigate that process and resolve it as well. We are connected to a lot of the other services here. So we connect and refer students to Disability Resource Services, DLRC. We also work really closely with testing as well as advising and entry. So we're a very connected service that serves a very unique population. We're a military-friendly school, meaning we go above and beyond just giving you your benefits, but again, providing you with services and really trying to make sure that we get you started on the right path. We help you stay at RTC and eventually graduate. I know we're running short on time, so again, I left my information in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email. I would love to hear from you, even if it's not related to veteran services.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Wade. Again, if you have questions, make sure you keep throwing those questions up in the chat. We have a bunch of different support people here to monitor those. We're running low on time, so we're going to go rapid fire. We have testing, workforce education, campus security, advising, enrollment, financial aid. So if we can all stick to a minute each, we'll go ahead and wrap this up and save a little bit of time for questions at the end. It's your challenge for the day. So testing services, 1 minute, go.
Yes, my name is Shelley. I work here at RTC Testing Services, and the Testing Center is available to assist students, the community, the public, Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 4:30 p.m. remotely and online. If you have not yet been asked, you may need to at some point to take a couple of placement tests specific for RTC. That would be the direct self-placement survey, which is available remotely and online 24/7. Once you complete this test, you'll have earned a score that will place you in RTC Composition or English 101. The next placement test you may be asked to take is the Math Accuplacer test. And once you complete that test, you'll have earned a score that will place you in an appropriate math class here at RTC. There is a $10 fee associated with the Math Accuplacer test, and you must schedule a day and a time with the testing center. And when that day and time arrive to take your test, you'll meet live with a proctor from the testing center via Zoom and complete your test remote and online. For those of you who are interested in the pre-nursing exam, TEAS is available to you remote and online through our testing center and a partnership with ATI Testing and Proctorio. There's a registration process and a fee of $107 that has to be paid. And those of you who are interested in GED, please contact GED.com. They are offering remote online GED tests for you to complete. The testing center staff is available remote online via email, phone, Zoom, and or Microsoft Teams. So please contact us for your testing needs.
Nice, very good, Shelley, appreciate it. Do we have workforce education present? I wasn't sure if we had them in the room yet. Krista covered a lot of those resources. So again, if there's a lot of different ways to pay for your education, workforce funding is one of those. So talk to your counselor or advisor, and we'll get you connected with the 2 workforce ed individuals to see if you qualify for additional benefits to pay for your education. We are. Faye, take it away.
I'll do a quick little 15 minutes.
Go ahead.
Since Krista covered it. So we do have our Zoom. Hello, everyone. My name is Faye Melton. I'm one of the academic counselors here at RTC who co-coordinates worker retraining and BFET with Bilal Abdallah, who I see over there as well. And Krista mentioned that we have our Zoom lobby. We host that Zoom lobby every Monday at 10 a.m. And we also co-present with a representative from Employment Security. And after that session, Rick Farinas, who works for Employment Security, will schedule some one-on-one time with you. So if you are collecting unemployment, you definitely want to attend our one of our Zoom meetings just for some additional support and getting that permission from Employment Security to attend school while you're collecting unemployment. And I will post our contact information in chat. The best way to connect initially with Bilal and I, who are the ones who determine your eligibility for tuition assistance, is via email initially, and then we can follow up with call or Zoom meeting. Welcome to RTC.
Perfect. Do we have anyone from test, or is not testing, we're ahead, security? I don't think so. Just main thing with security is that if you want to make sure you have the phone number, if you go to the bottom of any Renton Technical College webpage, it has campus security. It links their phone number as well. If you're ever on campus, which again, not a lot of students are on campus this quarter because a lot of classes are remote. If you need anything, flat tire, lock your keys in the car, leave your headlights on and need to jump, campus security is here to assist with that. And for parking, there aren't parking passes this quarter, but if you could register your vehicle, campus security said that would go a long ways. And to do that, you just go to the campus security webpage. Again, it's linked at the bottom of any Renton Technical College website. We have counseling and advising. And I think there are a few different counselors that are here.
Hello, I can go. I'll do like 20 seconds. But hi, everyone. My name is Laura Knight, and I am one of the advisors here at RTC. I work with students who are transferring and students in our bachelor's programs. So if you're interested in transferring onto a bachelor's degree, please come and see me, but not in person because we're not there. So you can call or email. I'll put my information in the chat.
So just a quick rundown. There are other counselors that want to still get done there. Who else is in here counselor-wise?
I'm the advisor for computer science and computer network technology. I'm Sarah.
I can go. Hello, everybody. I'm Eugene Chen. I am an academic advisor as well, and my area is for the trades and manufacturing as well as automotive. So it's easy to find me. I think you put Eugene in the search function of rtc.edu and you will find me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to connect with me. Email works best.
I think we also had McKinney, who presented earlier. McKinney has a lot of the different business accounting programs here at Renton Technical College. So again, McKinney's information, accounting, contemporary business, legal assistant, office reception are the different programs that she advises. And last but not least, we have Colleen Basham, who takes care of the majority of the healthcare programs. So Colleen, a lot of those different allied healthcare programs. And I said last but not least, I lied. There's one more. We have Chelsea Good. And Chelsea has culinary, early childhood education, and is also the Running Start counselor as well. The main thing, if you're trying to get a hold of any of your academic counselors, if you go to rtc.edu/advising, it takes you to the main page. It has Zoom sessions that they're available 4 days a week, 2 different times throughout the day. It has a full contact information for all of the counselors and advisors. Again, that's rtc.edu/advising. As we kind of wrap up, we have 2 more areas. We have enrollment and financial aid. And then again, if there's any questions afterwards, we'll open it up. If anybody has individual questions they want to verbalize instead of putting in the chat, we can do that as well. We'll have enrollment services and then financial aid to close us out.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. My name is Maureen Jacobs. I'm the Director of Enrollment Services, Registrar at the college. The role of our office is really to work with prospective, continuing, and students as well as the community members and our faculty. Pretty much we are, as you go through your educational journey, we're with you the entire time. I'm going to share my screen here. So I just want to point out a couple of things because I know we're running short on time. One of the things that's really, really important for students to be aware of through enrollment services is the academic calendar. This academic calendar is important because it gives you all the dates of when things are happening, when you register for school, times that you can get on different payment plans and things of that nature. So I always advise students to always make sure that they have the most current academic calendar available so they know what's happening. The other thing that's really important to you at this moment that I think you should be aware of is the fact that you'll need to be able to access different forms that students need. While you're going through your educational journey, sometimes you may have to stop out, or maybe there are different things happening in your life, and verifications that need to happen for agencies that you're working with outside of our organization. And so this is where you'll come to find out those forms. The one other thing that most students are really interested in is how do they get their transcripts? That information is here as well. What I will tell you to start out with is, in most cases, any work that you're doing at the institution, and you're trying to get your transcripts, or even trying to work with another institution, initially you probably only need your unofficial transcripts, which are free. And the reason I say that is because official transcripts do cost money, and we want to make sure that before you pay for a transcript to be sent on to another organization, that you'll really be moving on to that organization, and you actually need to pay for that transcript. So those are just some of the things that you'll find with the enrollment services. Really, like I said, our job is to apply policy that has anything to do with admissions, registration, while you're at the school. And so I want to thank you and congratulate you on choosing RTC as your institution.
Thank you, Morenica. And then to close us out, last person, and then we, again, if you have questions, we can answer some of the questions. We had a lot of great people here. We have financial aid.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. No pressure, 1 minute for financial aid, right? So I will just highlight a couple of things that are very important at this time. Financial aid manage the federal, state, and institutional funding, and FAFSA and WASFA are the application that we use. Most of you guys have probably used one of those, and FAFSA, WASFA is used for anyone who is a citizenship different than the federal requirement. I won't go through that right now, but definitely we do help with those. And currently we are dealing with 3 academic years. Some of the students may be working with a previous loan that you have taken in the current year that you're attending, and now October started, we have a new year coming. So we are launching FAFSA Hub starting yesterday. The best way to connect with us is the Zoom lobby. Email is not at this time. It does take time to get back to you, but please come join the Zoom, and phone call will be another one to connect. Just highlighting 3 status that you may end up being in. If you already have processed, got your money, you don't have to worry. Let's just plan for the new year 21, 22. I can't even say that year. And if you have submitted documentation, and your file is completed, we are now 4 weeks timeline to process. If you have not done anything, please do your FAFSA. We will go back and award you the amount that you're eligible for previous, so do not give up because you missed the priority date. And another important factor, if you are expecting disbursement, business office is the one who's dispersed the money. Please update your address, because all the money goes to, the check goes to your mailing address. And that would be the most important things.